Okay, so in a recent video I showed my onion harvest there. I harvested a bunch of onions before frost. I was worried about heavy frost. Anyway, I harvested 80% of them. A lot of my onions had gone to seed, and I was worried about them not storing well. I had a bunch of them that had the big stalk, the seed stalks develop. So what I did is I went and rounded them all up from the ones that I did harvest, and I've decided to, rather than risk losing this many onions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dehydrate them. I figured the most that I could do in my dehydrator, there's 9 trays in it. I thought 2 onions per tray. I figured I could do 18, and it so happens there's 19 here, so we'll see if we can fit it in the dehydrator. Most of them, not all of them, are they're turning green at the central stalk area there. I don't know, that may be an indicator that they're not going to last. Usually they don't turn green until springtime-ish. I've never had to worry about long-term storage of onions. I know these onions typically will last me, and I'll have enough to last me all winter and into the next onion season. I guess I'm going to learn a little bit about how to use up dehydrated onions. But the beauty about that is I don't need to use it right away. I can use it 3 years from now if I want. Anyway, I got another 21 onions in the garden. I won't be running out of onions this year by dehydrating those. Some of the ones in the garden have gone to seed as well, or are going to seed, but I'll be able to use them up without dehydrating them. So I just got started. This is my second onion, and you can see these onions aren't right. You can see the centers look terrible, and they got this greenish tinge to them. So I'm thinking that this is probably a good call, dehydrating these onions. Just doesn't look right, does it? Here's the next onion. You can see all of them are going to be kind of the same, I guess. That's kind of nasty after just a few days, so I don't imagine they would store very well. Okay, so I've been standing here cutting onions by hand for an hour and 10 minutes. This is 9 onions out of the 19. There's the other 10 there. Done very little research on this, but from what I gather, it could stink up your house dehydrating onions. It makes sense, really, if you think about it. So I'm going to take this to the garage right now, see how many trays are filled up by those 9 onions. Yeah, I think 9 onions for 9 trays is about right. I'll do the rest tomorrow. There's 8 trays, the 9th tray. I think by the time I spread these onions out, that'll be thin enough. I've had enough chopping for one day anyway. Okay, so anyway, last night's bowl. This is today's bowl. It's about the same as yesterday's. I started it at 7:30 at night on 125, and it stopped at 9:30 in the morning, so it was 14 hours at 125. I'm thinking maybe a little bit less next time, we'll see. So this is batch number 2. Again, we got the 9 trays ready to go in.